Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Daily English Drop. I'm James, and I'm so happy you are here today. In today's episode, I will talk about sustaining your energy in language learning. That means how to stay committed, how to keep pushing forward, how to truly find joy in the process of mastering English, even when the road seems bumpy. In this show, I speak clearly, I use straightforward language, and I revisit key concepts so you can grasp everything easily. You can listen, repeat, and speak with me. You can build your English skills one layer at a time. This method is often called shadowing. You listen, then you echo my words right after me. So, are you all set? Take a slow, deep breath, relax your mind, and let's begin this session together. All right. Acquiring English fluency is no small feat, and that's perfectly fine. It's totally normal to feel drained. It's totally normal to feel like your progress is slow. But let me tell you, you are not isolated. Every single person who learns a new language requires patience. You need time to absorb, time to practice. You need time to internalize. You need time to blossom, to sharpen your skills. Some days, learning feels exhilarating. Some days, it feels like a heavy lift. That is simply the nature of this journey. On your positive days, savor your accomplishments. On tough days, just maintain your momentum. Even tiny steps count as steps forward. You don't have to achieve perfection. You don't need to speak at high speed. You don't need to memorize every word. You simply need to engage. You simply need to keep moving slowly, gently, inch by inch. You are engaged in learning. You are undertaking something challenging, and you are executing it admirably. Learning English is similar to scaling a cliff face. Sometimes the climb is easy, sometimes it's grueling, sometimes you feel like stopping entirely. But when you pause and look behind you, you will realize how far you have already ascended. You have absorbed new vocabulary, you have listened, you have rehearsed, you have developed. Even if you can't perceive it yet, you are no longer at the base, you are ascending, you are becoming more robust. So, please, do not relinquish your effort. Some individuals learn quickly, some individuals learn at a measured pace. But all language learners need one critical element: dedication. Dedication is not a miracle cure. It's not always a loud shout. Sometimes it's a whisper. It's the small internal voice that says, "Give it another try. Don't stop now. Just dedicate one more minute." And genuinely, that's sufficient. If you feel weary, take a pause, then return. If you feel bewildered, breathe deeply, then engage again. You don't require a flawless syllabus. You just need to commit to showing up repeatedly. So, inquire within yourself, why am I determined to learn English? Perhaps it is for your professional life. Perhaps it is for exploration. Perhaps it is simply because you derive pleasure from it. Your driving force is vital. Your driving force is potent. Your driving force will assist you in staying committed. Remember, every single day you engage with English, you are advancing, even if it's just for 5 minutes, even if it's merely listening, even if it's only an attempt, you are cultivating, you are evolving into a better version of yourself. And you absolutely ought to feel a sense of pride. You are undertaking an activity many people shy away from. You are mastering a new language. You are unlocking a gateway to the world, and that demands fortitude. So maintain your dedication, maintain your patience, and maintain a generous spirit toward yourself. You don't need to be fast. You don't need to be impeccable. You just need to persist. So, what's the secret to remaining dedicated when exhaustion sets in? Let's be frank. Some days you feel fatigued, you feel overwhelmed, you feel burdened by stress. You think, I have no desire to study today. And that is absolutely fine. It's natural to feel tired. It's natural to take restorative breaks. Your mind requires rest too, but you can still push through, even on difficult days. Here are a couple of suggestions. Suggestion number one: commit to minimal effort. You are not obligated to study for a full hour. You don't have to tackle a huge chapter. Just execute one small task. Listen to English content for 5 minutes. Go through one concise paragraph. Mentally repeat a single sentence. Even 60 seconds is superior to zero effort. Learning English is not defined by massive effort. It's defined by consistent, small efforts, repeated endlessly. Suggestion number two: reconnect with your purpose. Why are you pursuing English? Is it for your career advancement? Is it for academic pursuits abroad? Is it to connect with diverse global populations? Is it purely for enjoyment? On the challenging days, bring to mind your why, your motivation, put it in writing, speak it out loud, keep it nearby. Your reason is your power source. It furnishes you with the necessary drive when you feel depleted. Suggestion number three, simplify the starting process. Don't wait for the ideal moment. Don't wait for perfect quiet or bursts of energy or the right mood. Make the act of starting English simple. Place your book on your workspace. Bookmark a relevant video on your device. Set an alarm for 10 minutes. The objective is not faultlessness. The objective is to begin. And once you begin, the rest becomes much less complicated. Suggestion number four, practice self compassion. Do not label yourself as slow. Do not conclude you are inadequate at English. Do not proclaim you will never speak fluently. Instead, adopt this affirmation: I am engaged in learning. I am making an attempt. I am managing a demanding task, and I am putting forth my highest effort. You are human. You are progressing. So, be kind to yourself. You deserve kindness from others and from yourself. Suggestion number five, acknowledge your minor successes. Did you engage with English today? That is a triumph. Did you assimilate one new word? That is a triumph. Did you try even just a little bit? That is also a triumph. You don't need monumental outcomes. You just need to recognize the minor victories, the small wins, acknowledge them, feel positive about them because they are significant. Okay? In this segment of the episode, I will use slightly more elaborate sentences than previously. They will still be slow, still simple, but just a bit longer. This approach will incrementally enhance your listening comprehension, so do not fret if you fail to grasp every single word. That is entirely expected. Simply listen, unwind, and strive to capture the overarching meaning. Mastering English is a protracted process. Yet sometimes the sense of development eludes you. You study, you listen, you practice, and yet you still question, am I actually improving? Is this strategy effective? Why is my English not yet at the required level? But here is the genuine truth. You are indeed improving. You possess greater capability today than you did yesterday, even if that distinction is not immediately apparent. So, how can you make your development visible? How can you feel that your learning is yielding results? Let us examine a few straightforward methods. Method number one, write things down frequently. If possible, maintain a modest English journal. In this journal, you can record newly learned terms, appealing sentence structures, and the English activities you completed today. You are not required to write extensively. Even a single sentence daily is adequate. For instance, today I listened to a podcast. I learned the term momentum. I watched a video and understood it. Later on, perhaps in 4 weeks or a full month, revisit those entries and you will be astonished. You will reflect, I recall when I first learned this. It felt incredibly difficult then, but now it seems effortless. That, my friends, is tangible progress. Method number two, capture your voice. You do not need professional recording equipment like mine. Your mobile phone will suffice. Utter one or two sentences in English. For example, hello, my name is Alex. I reside in Nigeria. I am learning English with the aspiration of studying internationally. Then, repeat this activity the following week. Record the exact same statement. Subsequently, listen to both and compare them. You will detect subtle enhancements in your accent. Your delivery will possess slightly greater assurance. This is the means by which you visualize your growth. It becomes concrete. It becomes something you can hear. Method number three, pay attention to minor comprehensions. Progress is not always grand, my friends. It is not always marked by a test score or an official certification. Sometimes it is subtle. It is the instant you comprehend a sentence without deliberate contemplation. It is the initial time you watch a video without relying on text aids. It is the moment you speak and eliminate internal translation. These are minor, inconspicuous signals, but they represent significant accomplishments, major wins. Method number four, look back, not exclusively ahead. Occasionally, we fixate only on our deficiencies. We articulate, I struggle to understand native speakers. I cannot articulate rapidly. I continue to commit errors. But try an alternative perspective. Review your past efforts. Consider what was beyond your ability just 1 month ago. Now, observe your current capabilities. Could you comprehend this auditory content 2 months prior? Could you say two full sentences? Could you write 3 lines in English? Retrospection assists you in recognizing your ongoing development. You are not static, you are in motion. Sometimes development is gradual, but gradual development is still forward movement. Okay. In this segment of the broadcast, I will address something profoundly important. I will discuss how to embrace the experience of learning English, even when it is slow, even when it is complex, even when errors are made. The sentence structures in this section will continue to be a little more extended than before. They remain easy, remain simple, but this will contribute to strengthening your auditory skill set. All right. Learning is an expedition, not a race to the finish line. You don't need to conclude first. You don't need to outperform others. Mastering a language is like a lengthy trek. You proceed step by step. You pause for rest. Occasionally, you move swiftly. Occasionally, you move deliberately. And that is acceptable. You don't need to hurry. You simply need to maintain continuity. Remember, there is genuine pleasure inherent in the act of learning. There is genuine pleasure in small victories, in minor achievements, like when you decipher 1 line of dialogue in a film, like when you converse with someone even for a brief 10 seconds in English, like when you recall a word you acquired last week. These are small, yet they evoke a positive sensation. You do not require a formal assessment to validate your good work. You can perceive it within your own sense of self. Now, many learners harbor a fear of making mistakes. They express, I am reluctant to speak because I might misphrase something, or I feel apprehensive because my syntax is flawed. But pay close attention, my friend. Errors are an inherent component of the learning process. In point of fact, errors are the very mechanism for growth. When an infant begins to walk, they stumble countless times. Yet, no one suggests they cease trying. We offer an encouraging smile and say, attempt it once more. And that is how the infant learns ambulation. You are engaged in the identical process, only with the English language. You are moving forward. You are experimenting. You are acquiring knowledge. So, if you utter the incorrect term, it is acceptable. If you experience a lapse of memory, it is acceptable. If another person corrects you, it is completely acceptable. That signifies that learning is taking place. No individual speaks with flawless accuracy consistently. Even native speakers make occasional slips. Consequently, please eradicate the apprehension. Speak regardless, write regardless, practice regardless. You merely need to be bold. You do not consistently need to engage in solemn study. You have the option to make learning engaging. You can listen to musical content in English. You can watch short form videos. You can engage in self talk while looking into a reflective surface. You can consume interesting written material rather than solely academic texts. Learning can become interwoven into your daily existence. It can feel like recreation, not obligation. When you derive enjoyment from learning, your retention improves. When you experience joy while studying, your brain encodes information more effectively. Therefore, identify your passions and pursue them using English. All right, in this final part of the episode, I wish to discuss a matter of consequence with you, your future. I aim to illustrate how the pursuit of English, even at a measured pace, even in modest increments, can unlock fresh possibilities in your existence. English is not merely a subject area. It is not just a course you complete. It is an instrument. It is a master key. It is something you can employ in real-world scenarios universally. By mastering English, you gain the capacity to engage in discourse with individuals from diverse nations. You can forge new connections online. You can comprehend motion pictures, literature, music, and current events presented in English. You can actively participate in dialogues rather than merely being a passive observer. You can become an active participant in the global community. Reflect upon this. More than 1.5 billion people communicate in English today. This statistic implies that when you speak English, you are genuinely never isolated. Irrespective of your geographic location, be it Brazil, Vietnam, Iran, Spain, Iraq, Ukraine, Russia, South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, Thailand, English establishes a link to someone on the opposite side of the planet. It furnishes you with a mechanism for understanding others and a mechanism for being understood. That, my friend, is profoundly influential. English grants you increased liberty of choice. Perhaps your ambition is to secure superior employment. Perhaps you aspire to engage in academic study in an alternative nation. Perhaps you desire to travel or to undertake professional activities abroad. English simplifies the attainment of those aspirations. When you communicate in English, you can seek international roles. You can grasp the dynamics of global affairs, not just those confined to your immediate locality. Even within your native country, English is beneficial. A rising number of corporations actively seek candidates proficient in English. More digital interfaces, technological instruments, and automated systems utilize English. Consequently, when you learn English, you are acquiring something beneficial, something utilitarian, something that expands your personal autonomy and avenues of opportunity. All right, you have reached the conclusion of this episode. You have listened attentively. You dedicated your time and your mental energy to something crucial, your own development. Today, I addressed the concept of dedication. I discussed how the acquisition of English requires time. I outlined strategies for maintaining forward momentum. And finally, I illustrated how English possesses the potential to transform your life trajectory. And now, I wish to share this with you. I am genuinely proud of your commitment. You are undertaking a challenging endeavor. You are constructing a proficiency that can redefine your future. It is immaterial whether your speech is slow. It is immaterial whether you commit errors. It is immaterial whether you feel anxious or reserved. What holds significance is this: you are making the attempt. You are undergoing a process of development. You are present. I'm James, and this is Daily English Drop. Thank you for showing up and thank you for being a participant in this voyage. Continue to listen, continue to articulate, and continue to harbor confidence in your own abilities. Bye for now.